Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. You know, it's come into my mind over these last few days, and for some of you that may or may not know me, that I use this time of the year to really practice going deeper within. I think of it as the solstice time as well as Christmas and everything leading up from the Advent 4 weeks going into it to Christmas Day. And I really love all the different cultures and traditions that use the Festival of Lights and just the incoming of light. For many of us in the Northern Hemisphere, obviously the longer nights, longer periods of dark time, shorter days, all of those different ways that people have perceived it, and being able to go within and use this time as the dream time. The indigenous people would talk about using this period of winter to go in. It's a hibernation period. And so I think of seeds germinating and what will take root and sprout later in the coming months and days ahead. And obviously, hi Debbie, obviously so many of us are feeling the changes that have been happening personally, and then of course, worldwide. So this is a really beautiful time to be able to slip into that stillness, not only for ourselves, but collectively for everyone, everywhere, and the changes and the shifts in consciousness that are being made right now in the world. So this morning I woke up very inspired, and I journal usually over what I think of as the 12 holy nights, and been getting a lot of inspiration, a lot of insights to the work that I am to do and to the work that is ahead for all of us as a human race. And one of the things that came to me today was, there are these really big, lofty ideas that come and that fill us in our soul, and we feel so inspired. And then on a day-to-day basis, we have to break that down to keep that level of energy in the inspiration alive in the moment. So one of the practices, and I have lots of practices, I'm sure all of you have different practices, but they are mindful practices. And one of the things that came to my mind today was about how to not only be aware of the things we do, but bring the intention into the little things that we do. So simple and so little, but the more we start directing our focus and our energy to those little things, the easier that we build up the momentum. And it's like laying a foundation. So we get really strong in our foundation, and then when we meet those negative encounters, we're able to slip into that foundation, feel our feet rooted in the ground. And it really helps us to take hold and anchor down again to face those situations without being reactive, but be able to be responsive to that energy that really honors and respects our well-being. So I had this inspiration this morning, and I'm going to be rolling it out this coming year. And I know we're already on day 2, but I'm thinking of ways, moments, meaningful moments for 365 days. So I ran this by my husband over coffee this morning, and we're talking about it, and he was saying kind of like, well, that's kind of hard to do. I have all these commitments already, and it's one more thing that I'm going to try to practice and do and things like that. And I'm sure a lot of people are thinking the same thing. But then I tried to break it down to him to explain that these little opportunities that we get, like right now, taking this moment, I'm not really dressed, I'm still in my pajamas, and I'm just going to enjoy my coffee this morning. Such a simple little thing to give to myself, but it's a simple little act. And we all do simple little acts all day long, be it of kindness, be it of giving of ourselves to ourselves. It might be a moment that we celebrate, something that is joyful for us. And I don't mean big things like birthdays and anniversaries and all those kinds of things. I mean like little things, like I like to light a candle because I feel happy doing that. So I'm going to do that. That might be a little celebration for me in a way, just to mark that moment for whatever it might be. Maybe it's a gratitude that I have. Maybe it's a moment where I'm thinking about someone, maybe someone that I love, and holding them kind of in a prayer, or just sending good vibes out to them, however you perceive it. This isn't about a specific spiritual practice or a specific religion or anything like that. It's about us as conscious human beings utilizing our energy, utilizing the consciousness that moves through us, and that is part of an ever-evolving piece of creating our life. And that's the power that we have to create our life. So when I thought about this year and how we can create our life, I thought it's in these moments. It's always in the moments, in the present moments. So every day I'm going to be trying to bring something live for 365 days. Some people might think of it, oh, yay, it's a challenge. I'm going to take on the challenge. But whatever way you think of it, it doesn't matter. Just the energy going out there is not only for your well-being, but it's sending out that greater vibration into the world. And it's a beautiful way to be contributing to the collective consciousness as well. So whether it be gratitude, a celebration, a moment that you pause and you give yourself love or give another love, something special that makes you happy, that makes you joyful. I'll give you some simple examples. Something like, maybe I'm gonna prepare a little meal today. Maybe it's a meal that's kind of like, something that we eat pretty regularly, but maybe I'm gonna add a little twist to it. Maybe I'm gonna set the table. I have a beautiful friend who does a whole, Caterina Del Falco, you'll find her on Facebook as well. She does a whole return to the table, and she has all kinds of ways about sitting down at the table and eating. Maybe it's there. Maybe it's, I'll take a bath today instead of shower. Maybe it's, I'm gonna sit down with a bowl of cut oranges and be able to eat them just like I did when I was a kid. And I'm gonna read a book. I'm gonna read a chapter. I'm gonna read a page. Whatever it is. Maybe it's, I'm just going to sit down and really take my coffee, and I'm not gonna have my phone in front of me. I'm just gonna look outside. I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna pay attention to the birds flying, the clouds rolling by, the way the sun's moving across the sky. Maybe I'm gonna sit and really be conscious of the moment that I'm gonna spend with my kitty cat. And maybe I'm gonna really be present, feel him. Not just, oh, he's soft, he's lovely, but just feel him. Like, what is he saying to me? One of the things I love to do is spend time with my plants. Watering them, trimming them down, paying attention to what they're saying to me, what they might be needing, what they're emitting out into our home all the time, which you can see behind me is just so much love. And these are the kinds of things, I experience in them as wonder. That wonder is an inspiration. I need it to fill myself up. And it's not just because I have kind of that artistic side, but it's just really filling me. Inspiration. We all need it. It's what nourishes our soul. But we all have unique experiences. And each of us are so unique in the things that really turn us on. So whatever they might be, let loose to just that feeling of what brings you joy. Remember what it was like when you were a child. Those little quirky things about you that really light you up. That's the key. That's the clue. Follow that. Go after that. Keep moving towards that every day in little ways. Give yourself the permission. Allow yourself to enter that fully. Don't let your mind tell you, no, you can't do it. You don't have enough time. It's too busy. I'm an adult now. This is serious. I got to get on with what I got to do, all those things. There's time for everything. But the more, I think we're onto something here, the more that we just really tap into these moments, bring our consciousness, our focus, our attention to these precious little moments. I mean, people are talking about it everywhere all the time, much more now than ever before. Thankfulness, positivity, kindness, random acts of kindness and love, and all kinds of different things. We can turn on the news, and we watch the news at times too, and see what's going on. But that is only one perspective of things that are going on. One of the most important things that matters is what's happening for you today. You're the knower of your well-being. So in this way, stay connected to your well-being, your center. Out of it, draw inspiration. That's different than finding things that inspire you, which I love to do, but this is what's been coming. What's been coming to me lately is we are now at a point in time in our awareness, in our evolution as a human species, that we're drawing up from this deep reservoir and well within ourselves, that is the knower, that is the seer, and the doer. But even more so, hi Cliff Smith, is the being in this moment. And that's a whole different thing. And take that from a person who was an active doer for a good portion of her life and manifested all kinds of cool, wonderful stuff. But now it's a different time. Now it's a time of being. It's not so much looking for outside things that to give us the knowledge and give us and acquire more of things. It's really about this inner part. So this is why I'm bringing this idea forward with moments of meaningfulness, 365 days of it. And I'm going to bring something live every day to you. So you can look for that. I'm going to bring it on the Pure Esperanza channel. And that's going to tie in with a bunch of other things that we're creating this year on Pure Esperanza for everyone, for all of you, with much love and much warmth, and always with that vision of empowering consciousness and bringing forth that education for body, mind, and soul. We are at a time of deep integration and deep connection with all life, everywhere, forever. And it's in this way that we will move forward into the next steps of our human evolution. Blessings to you today. Very, very happy New Year to you. From my heart to yours.